नमस्ते स्टूडेंट, खुश रहो बिटिया। आई एम JBN डॉक्टर मीनाक्षी माहेश्वरी, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर इन मैनेजमेंट डिपार्टमेंट in Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. In today's session, we are going about discuss the business organization. In this subject, our topic is Weber's theory of industrial location. So let's start about Weber's theory. Alfred Weber, a German economist, was the first economist who gave scientific exposition to the theory of location and thus filled a theoretical gap created by classical economists. He gave his idea in this theory was location of industries, which was first published in German language in 1909 and translated into English in 1929. His theory, which also known as pure theory, has an analytical approach to the problem. The basis of his theory is the study of general factors which pull an industry towards different geographical region. It is thus deductive in approach. In his theory, he has taken into consideration factors that decide the actual setting up of an industry in a particular area. So Weber's problem. Weber was faced with many serious problems. He wanted to find out why did industry moved from one place to another and what factors determined the movement. After considerable thinking, he came to the conclusion that cause be responsible for this migration could be regional factor, primary cause, and deglomerative factors. These are the secondary factors. Insofar as regional factors were considered, these among other things, including cost of the ground, building, machines, material, power, fuel, labor, transportation charge, and amount of interest that the capital would have earned. First one is regional factor called primary causes. According to the Weber, transportation costs play a vital role in the location of an industry. Each industry will try to find location at a place where transportation charges are the barest minimum, both in terms of availability of resources and place of consumption. According to him, transportation costs are determined by the weight to be transported on the one hand and distance to be covered on the other. Then the cost will also depend on the type of transportation system available and the extent to which it is in use. In nature of the region, whether rocky, plain, connected or unconnected with roads, etc., the kind of the roads in the area where the goods are to be transported, nature of facility required, whether the goods are to be taken with great care, less care, or even without any special care. So location figure. While discussing regional factors, Weber has discussed the idea of locational figure. According to him, every industry will try to see that it is located at a place where raw material is available nearest to the place of consumption on the one hand and most advantage located material disposed on the other. According to Weber, the locational figures are created. These locational figures therefore represent the first and most important basis for formulation the theory. Classification of material. Weber, before proceeding further, has classified raw material into different categories. First one is ubiquitous material, which is suitable everywhere, like brick, clay, etc. Second is localized material, like iron ore, mineral, etc., which is available in certain region and not everywhere. Obviously, the latter play a bigger and important role than a former. Here has also categorized raw material as a pure and weight losing. Raw material is one which impart its whole weight to the product. Example cotton, wool, etc. And weight lossing material are those in which only a part of material enter into the weight. Next is law of transportation. Weber, while discussing the theory of location, has also discussed law of transportation. According to him, material index measure the total weight to be moved. From material index he understood the portion of the weight of localized material to the weight of the product. According to him, all industries whose material index is not greater than 1 and whose location weight therefore are not greater than to lie at a place of consumption. Next is causes of deviation of location. Weber was faced with a serious problem, namely why the industry deviates from the center of least transport cost. One such reason could be difference in the labor cost. This labor cost can be cheap either because of differing level of efficiency and of wages of labor, or because of differing levels of efficiency in the organization and the technical equipment which the labor is required to use. Labor cost can go up and come down due to distribution of population as well. But whatsoever might to be reason for the low labor cost, according to the Professor Kuchar, deviation will be possible only when the additional cost of transportation at the new center is more than compensated by a saving in labor cost. When the labor costs are varied, an industry deviates from its transport location in proportion to the size of its labor coefficient. Weber himself has said that with a high index of labor cost, a large quantity of labor cost will be available for comparison with corresponding by high critical isodependent and high critical. Therefore, we will find a high potential attracting power of the labor location and vice versa. According to Weber theory, if the behavior of each industry in respect of labor cost is to measure, then it is necessary to calculate the proportion of labor cost as ton of weight to be moved. So these are the Weber theory. I repeat this one. Alfred Weber, a German economist, was the first economist who gave scientific exposition to the theory of location and thus filled a theoretical gap created by classical economists. He gave his idea in this theory, location of industry, which was first published in German language 1909 and translated into English in 1929. His theory, which is also known as pure theory, has an analytical approach to the problem. The basis of his theory is the study of general factors which pull an industry towards different geographical regions. It is thus deductive in approach. In this theory, he has taken into consideration factors that decide the actual setting up of an industry in a particular area. Weber was faced with many serious problems. He wanted to find out why did industry move from one place another and what factors determined the movement. After considerable thinking, he came to the conclusion that causes be responsible for his migration could be regional factor, primary factor, and secondary factor. Insofar as regional factors were concerned, these among other things include cost of the ground, building, machine, material, power, fuel, labor and transportation charge. An amount of interest that the capital would have learned first when regional factors and location figure. Classified of material, these are the classified material in unified material, localized material, and law of transportation, causes of deviation of location. These are the Weber theory of industrial location. In this session, important question asked in the examination: explain the Weber theory with critical views. Thank you. This session is powered by Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. If you have any queries, we will discuss in the problem solving. Thank you.